This is 373, week 6, part 1. Why am I going to ruin The Incredibles? Um, The Incredibles is a fun superhero movie. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. Most of my students enjoy it. It's exciting. It's action-packed. It's funny. It's smart. A lot of good things to say about The Incredibles. Um, but The Incredibles makes a similar argument to the one Meninius makes here, and it's very dangerous. And I know this because the director of The Incredibles is a guy named Brad Bird, who also directed um, Ratatouille, which makes a very similar message. And he's a big fan of a kind of philosophy called objectivism that is very dangerous. It's very shitty, and it's something it's very popular among sort of Republican senators and these kinds of people. Um, uh, the philosophy. All right, let's talk. I'm not going to get into that whole thing. Let's stick with The Incredibles and keep it relatively simple. The Incredibles. It seems nice and happy, and it's actually quite disturbing in a lot of ways. And Ratatouille also seems nice and happy and is incredibly disturbing in a lot of ways. They both make the same argument. Um, the Incredibles and Ratatouille say that special people can be anywhere. Could be a rat with a special cooking ability. Could be this family with their superpowers, they're born with superpowers. Sometimes they're just special people in the world. But in both stories, there's like a system in place to keep special people down and keep them from being special because there's pressure from all these shitty little people who expect everyone to be average all the time. I'm not talking about The Incredibles. And so in the world of The Incredibles, the special people, the superheroes, are oppressed by all of the people who don't like their specialness. And, oh, you think you're better than us? And so they make them hide their superpowers. And so the story of The Incredibles is the story about how these special people have spent so much time pretending they're normal, but they're not happy. And so they want to show the world how special and amazing they are. And you in the audience probably also feel special. And so you were excited to see The Incredibles go public and be a superhero team again and save the world. And they're so wonderful and they're so great and they're the best and they win. And it's exciting. And then the moral of the story is let these special people be special. And of course, you think you're special. And so you're thinking, let me be special. Why are people constantly trying to not let me be myself? Because people love that. You got to just be yourself. That's like a big Hollywood, one of those very simple Hollywood blockbuster themes. It seems nice when you first see it. But there's a very disturbing trend in The Incredibles because it looks like a normal superhero story, but there's a couple of things in it that are not normal when you think about it. Um, why are the Incredibles special? They're just born special. They have powers that other people don't have, and they were born with them. Um, now, that's fine. Superman has powers that he was born with, and or that he had when he came here as a child, and so that's a normal superhero thing. X-Men, right? You're born with these special abilities. Although in X-Men the powers are more of a curse, but you're born with these special abilities, and that's cool. Um, but here's the thing: in superhero stories, there's often characters like Batman. Now, Batman doesn't have any special abilities. He has money, which is tricky. But he essentially he gets his powers through training and through technology and through training and hard work. He's able to equal or even be better than Superman. They can get in a fight and they can fight with each other. And Superman just doesn't just immediately kill Batman. Batman's able to kind of withstand Superman, and actually he's smarter than him. So we like Batman. We like Superman. Superman's born with powers, but we like Superman. Batman earns his powers. We also like Batman. Cool. But the Incredibles like Superman, just like we do, because the Incredibles are a little bit like Superman, right? They're born with these superpowers. They're a little more like the Fantastic Four, but the point is they're born with these superpowers. Um, but the Incredibles doesn't like Batman. How do you know? Because the one character in The Incredibles that's a little bit like Batman is Syndrome, the villain. What is the villain's story? Well, the villain is an ordinary person. Like Batman, he doesn't have superpowers. Like Batman, he uses technology to um, as like a fake version of superpowers. Technology is his superpowers. Um, and he's told, don't do that. You can't be a superhero. You weren't born special, so you don't get to be a superhero. And if you try, so you're born regular. So the message of the movie, The Incredibles, is a very fucked up message, which is if you're born special, be special. That sounds nice. That's lovely. But if you're not born special, you need to stay not special. That doesn't sound so good now. That sounds like an argument that rich people deserve to be rich and that poor people need to shut the fuck up and stay poor. Because Syndrome wants to be Mr. Incredible's sidekick, and he's rejected. And because he's rejected, he's angry, and he becomes a superhero that's a technology-based superhero. Now, again, normally with Batman, we like that. Iron Man, we like that. But in the movie, this sort of Iron Man Batman character is a bad guy because he's trying to change his social station. He's trying to move from being a regular, everyday, average person to being one of these special people. And the movie, Brad Bird, the director of the movie, is like, no, 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 you're not allowed to do that. You need to stay in the area in which you were born and stop trying to be special. Here's the fucked up thing about Syndrome. What's his plan? He has an extremely disturbing plan. He uses his technology to kind of be like a fake superhero, where he's going to create villains that he controls, robots, and then he's going to fight them and save the day. And the last step of his plan is something that people often forget. After he wins, he says, he's going to give superpowers. Because it's just technology. He's going to give the technology to everyone all over the world, so that everyone will be super, and then no one will be, because we'll all be equal. Um, it's fucked up. He wants to give superpower technology to everybody so everybody can have a chance to be super, which would defeat the purpose of being born super like the Incredibles. The fucked up thing about Syndrome's plan is it actually seems kind of nice. He's going to give away his he has technology that basically gives him superpowers, and he's going to make it so everybody on Earth can be superpowered. And this is seen as a bad thing. Why? Because in the world of the movie, the Incredibles are born special, born better than other people. And the only way they get to be better than other people is if most other people stay regular. But if Syndrome wins and turns everybody special, then Incredibles won't stand out anymore, because everyone will be like them. And they don't want that. They won't, because how do they be? Again, this is actually to go back to Shakespeare for a hot second. I feel like I'm still on topic. I'm doing good. The leanness that afflicts us, the object of our misery, is as an inventory to particularize their abundance. Keeping poor people poor is how rich people know they're rich. Having a bunch of people be regular is how superpowered people know they're special. Syndrome's planning on destroying that by making everybody special. And that's his big line. He says, then everyone will be special. And then no one will be, because they'll all be special, and the specialness category will be destroyed. The Incredible family wants to keep that. You see the same thing in Ratatouille. It seems nice at first, where it's like anybody can be a chef, but what he doesn't mean anybody can learn to be a chef. He means anybody can be magically born with chef powers. But if you're born to be a waiter, you should stay a fucking waiter. Please notice that the guy that wants to be a cook in Ratatouille never does become a cook. He becomes a waiter. And I think so does the girl in the movie. Because, again, it sounds nice because it's like genius can come from everywhere. But what he means is anybody can be born a genius. But if you're not born a genius, you need to be happy with your low role as a waiter. You can't change from being a waiter to a chef in Ratatouille. You can be born a chef and then get recognized for your genius like the rat does. But if you're born a waiter, stay a fucking waiter. It's very, very disturbing. It's a very disturbing philosophy of life. It's a belief that certain people are special and everybody else needs to get out of their way. And people who believe this philosophy tend to believe that people like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Steve Jobs when he was alive are born special, and there should be no regulations, no taxes. They shouldn't have to give anything back to society because they're special, and all us regular people should just worship them. So this whole story about the belly, and Menenius' story about the belly and how we're all one society is really, it sounds nice, right? Like, oh, we're all in this together. But if you're born the toe, you should stay the toe, because in a body, your toe would never become your brain. But I think I want to live in a world where a regular, everyday poor person can grow up to be an awesome senator. But I don't think that's what Menenius wants. I think Menenius wants a world where it stays the way it is and it's organized the way that it is. Some of my students, by the way, are from India. And know about the caste system in India, in which the sort of order into which you are born, you can never leave it. And actually, I met a guy in India who was like, oh yeah, I knew somebody that tried to marry someone outside their caste and they almost got murdered. It's not like interracial marriage in America, although certainly people get murdered for interracial marriage in America. But this is a really serious thing in India. And this is recently. I was in India like 4 years ago and I heard this story. It was just, guy told me a story like, oh yeah. I said, but I was like, oh, she tried to marry outside her caste. I was like, what happened? And he was like, so anyway, it's a thing that exists in the world. Very disturbing. I'll see you in the next video. Bet you didn't think we were going to talk about The Incredibles, did you?